Well, hello and welcome to the Brian Hornback Experience. It's episode 140. We're going to talk about the 2024 Knox County Republican-Democrat primary races that are coming up on March the 5th. March the 5th is also the presidential preference primary. So, you'll have Donald Trump, Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, and whoever else is running on the Republican side for president. Presumably, you'll have Biden, and if anybody challenges him in the primary. Also, you'll have the delegates that are seeking to go to the respective convention for the Republicans. And so that'll be on the ballot. Primarily, let's talk about Knox County, what's going to be on the Knox County Republican-Democrat ballots. Criminal Court Judge Division 2. Normally, as you know, most all of our judges and judiciary folks are on the ballot the court clerks are on the ballot every 4 years. The District Attorney General, the public defender, and all the judges are typically on the ballot every 8 years. When the judges were last elected, Judge Kyle Hickson was just then getting moved up to the Court of Criminal Appeals. And so his seat became vacant. And so Governor Lee appointed Judge Hector Sanchez. So he has to run now this year in 2024 for the remainder of the term that he got appointed to. Governor Lee can appoint, but he can only appoint until the next election. So Judge Hector Sanchez is running, and that will get him elected until he gets into the same 8-year terms as the other judges. So he'll run again in about 6 years. So he'll run now, and then he'll run again in about 4 years, and then he'll be in the every 8-year category as long as he's elected. County Commission District 1 is currently represented by Dr. Daisha Lundy. She was elected 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago to be exact, I guess. She's not running again. Charles Frazier has a Republican petition to run as a Republican in the 1st District. Evelyn Gill and Damon Riles have picked up Democrat petitions. Evelyn Gill had served 1 term, 4 years, on the county commission, and she was defeated in her reelection by Dr. Daisha Lundy. Dr. Lundy has endorsed Damon Riles to replace her, and so that will be an interesting Democrat primary. Courtney Durrett, the former Madam Chair of the Knox County Commission last year, is running again. She's a Democrat in the 2nd District. She's running again. She has attracted independent Ethan Grantham as an opponent. An independent won't be on the ballot March the 5th. They will be on the ballot on August the 1st in the general election. But you still, as an independent, you still have to get a petition signed by at least 25 registered voters of your district. Then in District 4, Republican Garrett Holt and Democrat Shane Jackson have petitions with intents to run. Garrett Holt's been running since about January of this year. January this year is when Kyle Ward announced that he had been thinking about running for Republican Party chairman. He decided not to do that, and also announced that he would not be running for re-election in 24. He and his wife just had a baby, a son, so he wanted to concentrate on his businesses and his son, and so that seat is open. District 5, County Commission District 5, John Schoonmaker is term limited and not able to seek election, and so he is. So there's several folks in that race. Brad Hall, Angela Russell, Dale Skidmore, and Brian Walker are the Republicans who have picked up petitions. Angela Russell has not returned her petition yet. I guess she's still considering it. There's a Democrat, S. Arthur Moore, who's picked up a petition to run for County Commission 5th District. County Commission District 6, Chair Lady Terry Hill is running for re-election. She has a Republican opponent, Julie McBee Fritz, who's picked up a petition but has not returned it yet. There is a Democrat, Daniel Edward Green, who has a petition and has, at least the New Sentinel has written an article that Daniel Edward Green is running. Commission District 8, DJ Corcoran is the Republican. He's been running for some time, and he has a Democrat. A Democrat has picked up a petition in Charles Chandler in District 8. In District 9, Carson Daly is term limited, not eligible to run for election. And so on the Republican side, you have Andy Fox, Barry Neal, Stacey Bryan Smith. Stacey Bryan Smith and Andy Fox have not turned in their petitions yet. Andy Fox is campaigning. There was an event over Loveday Springs over near the on the Blount County Knox County line that I attended, and Andy Fox and the Democrat opponent Matthew Park were both present at. So Matthew Park, who has run for office before, he ran for state representative in District 15. He's run as a Democrat in County Commission District 9. The same Stacey Bryan Smith that picked up a petition as a Republican has picked one up as an independent. So I'm not sure where Stacey Bryan Smith's going to land, if he's going to land as a Republican or an independent. Then we have the assessor property. Chief Deputy Jackie Rayleigh is seeking that position. John Whitehead is term limited. Jackie has been the chief deputy since Whitehead was elected 7.5 years ago, and she has drawn at least a former Black Wednesday commissioner, former assessor of property 8 years ago, has picked up a petition and has mounted an interest in running. Then we have law director David Book. He is seeking his second term. He was elected 4 years ago. He was the senior chief deputy to the law director. He is running for re-election. And Daniel Herrera, former Knox County Republican Party chairman, is running to challenge Book in that primary. Jackson Fenner, who's run for that position before, is a Democrat, and also ran as the Democrat for the District Attorney General, is running as a Democrat for law director. Now we get into the school board races. District 2, Jennifer Owen, the incumbent, is running as an independent, or has a petition to run as an independent. In District 3, we have two Republicans. We have let's go in alphabetical order. Robert Daspit and Angie Gothert are running in the Republican primary in District 3. And Patricia Fontenot Ridley is running as an independent. Daniel Watson, the incumbent in District 3, is choosing not to seek re-election. In District 5, there's a Republican, Lauren Morgan has qualified, has turned in her petition. Renee Jackson has a petition. And so there could be a contested Republican primary in that race. Terry Whitaker is the Democrat in District 5 school board. And then in District 8, that has been held by Mike McMillan for about the last, since 2010, so for about the last 14 years. And that race has been Tommy Lakin's for quite a while, but now he has Travis Wright who's running in the Republican primary to challenge Lakins. District 5, Susan Horn School Board is not running for re-election. District 3, Daniel Watson is not running for re-election. It appears that Mike McMillan, District 8, he has not said that he isn't, but he hasn't said that he is, so it's assuming that he is, in fact, not running for re-election. So that kind of breaks down. Jennifer Owen is the incumbent in District 2, and so she is running for re-election. So let's kind of talk about there's 4 county commission races that are not on the ballot because they were elected they were elected 2 years ago. That is District 3 with Gina Oster. That's District 7 with Rhonda Lee, and that's the at-large seat 10, and then the at-large seat 11, which is Kim Frazier. So those are the 4 seats that are not up. Again, just to recap, District 1, Dr. Daisha Lundy's not running for re-election. Commission District 2, former Madam Chair Courtney Durrett is running for re-election. District 4, Kyle Ward is not running for re-election. District 5, John Schoonmaker is term limited, not eligible to run. In District 6, Chair Lady Terry Hill is running for re-election. And then in District 8, Richie Beeler is not running for re-election. And in District 9, Carson Daly is term limited, not eligible to run for re-election. So that kind of gives you a rundown of what's on the county ballot. Filing deadline is about 10 days out, December the 14th. I believe there will be some more. Candidates that file, because what happens is, if the candidate themselves does not pick up the qualifying petition and someone picks it for them, they don't put them on the public list. And so there could be some petitions out there that are not publicly noticed.